Welcome to Layn Turo University. My name's Conrad Layn. Welcome to the channel. I'm a Turo master host, and my goal is to share how to earn 6 figures and 7 figures in a very efficient manner with no cap. So I'm gonna prove everything here, keep everything very concise and transparent. Let's dive right into it. If you have the capacity and commitment, you're gonna be ready to learn. I own 35 cars, no arrogance intended, that I rent independently, but I have returned to Turo and added 5 cars to the Turo platform. I will be transparent and share my monthly Turo income earned, expenses, and anything else regarding Turo. That way you have an inside view of how to run Turo business and what it is like from inside perspective. I will add my Turo whiteboard of convictions that you can see on the screen at the end of the video. I'll leave my whiteboard of conviction at the end of this video. That way you can compare and scrutinize the Turo whiteboard of conviction. I have decided to show you that it's possible to earn significant Turo income in only 10 days. Yes, I repeat, 10 days. Most Turo hosts typically need the vehicles to be added on for the entirety of the month, 30 days, typically 20 to 30 days. I can earn significant income within 10 days, and I'm gonna share how to do that as well for you. So you can do it and copy it as well and duplicate. It's totally possible to earn significant income, and you can use the whiteboard conviction that I shared earlier to gauge your Turo business. That means if I can earn significant income in only 10 days without adding extras or deliveries, means that you can earn a lot more Turo income if you rent for more than 10 days, or if you decide to rent your car for multiple weeks, or if you decide to add delivery or extras, which you can earn additional income for providing deliveries to Turo renters and extras. This means that you can earn a lot more Turo income than I can even earn in 10 days. It does not matter if you are a beginner Turo host with 0 cars, 1 car, or if you are a Turo power host with a massive fleet. I'll teach you how to increase your income no matter the experience level, and doesn't matter if you have good credit, bad credit, or no credit. You can still be successful on Turo. We are a Turo Success Think group, and any considerations or tips will definitely help the group. So feel free to chime in and leave your comments in the description section of this video where the comment sections are located. That way other Turo hosts like you and I that are beginning this journey, maybe they have 0 cars, maybe they have 1 car, maybe they have bad credit, good credit, can kind of feel like they can list questions and be answered by myself. I'll chime in, or other Turo power hosts or master hosts like me, or any other host as well. We can do our best to actually answer questions. You can add the number of cars you have or the income you earned for the month in the comment section of this video, because we are a Turo Success Think group that will support each other and learn from each other. Most importantly, Turo hosts are a curious bunch, so understanding other Turo hosts' stats and numbers can significantly help you and many other Turo hosts. You can also post questions that you may have, and I will chime in, as I mentioned earlier, to your questions. In addition, other Turo hosts will feel free to chime in as well, and we'll be able to grow a lot further as a successful Turo group, or Think group essentially. Turo host viewers like seeing other Turo host numbers, like you're watching this video, right? And experiences, because it helps our Turo Success community continue to grow. Before we dive into my January 2026 numbers regarding my earnings, my income, my stats, etc., feel free to chime in and answer the following few questions. You could list them in the comment section. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, and you can post your answers in the comment section. Number 1, how much did your Turo best car earn you last month? Number 2, how much did your Turo worst car earn you last month? Number 3, how many days were your cars booked for in the previous month? Number 4, how much income did you as a Turo host earn in total last month, and if it was a bad month or good month for you? And number 5, last but not least, how many cars do you currently have listed on Turo? That's what you want to do essentially, is be able to answer those questions, and it will help the group. And by giving it to the group will give back to you. It's an amazing way to actually learn really fast. So this is going to be an interactive type of experience. Yes, you're learning from me, but you're also going to be able to interact with other Turo hosts that are beginners, especially the beginners. But even if you're a Turo power host, a master host, etc., let's get right to it. Let's dive into my Turo 2026 January numbers, where I show all the nitty gritty, all the stats, the expenses. We'll go over the wall of conviction right behind me, the gross, the expenses, the net income. And let's dive right into it, where I will share how much I earned as a Turo host this past month and what all expenses were, which you must always know what your expenses are. That way you can truly know if you are profitable. Also, unfortunately, I had to temporarily remove my 2024 Kia Forte, my white Kia Forte. I have a blue Kia Forte as well, but I had to remove my white Kia Forte due to not receiving my license plates due to DMV delay. Because this car is a new purchase and my temporary license plates expired and new license plates was received late due to the massive delay following the Christmas holiday prior to January 1st and also New Year's holiday on January 1st, I had to unlist the 2023 car, unfortunately. But I was able to rent the car for 5 days prior to temporary license expiring, which earned me $440.08 as you see on the screen. That means within only 5 days, which was great, earned me $88 per day, which, like as I mentioned, $440.08 as the screen shows, which is phenomenal for only 5 days. But Turo policy strictly enforces to unlist cars if license is expired and can void the Turo protection plan. If there's any damage that is caused during the accident, it could be voided. So it's very serious. So I was forced to take it off. So only within 5 days, I earned $440.08. And let me dive right into showing you, like for my 2023 Kia Forte, which is phenomenal as well, I earned over $1,000 within 10 days. Pretty cool. And remember, within 5 days, I earned $440.08. So I could have probably matched that or maybe even got more than that. But let's follow me through so I can show you more details. So as mentioned, within 10 days, I was able to earn $2,495. And I would have earned more. As I mentioned, I had to take off the 2024 Kia Forte due to temporary expired license plates, unfortunately. And this was a new purchase. And you'll see it's $226 as missed earnings. That would have been $226 in addition to the $2,495. That would have been just over $2,700. That would have been phenomenal just for 10 days of really effortless work. So that's where we're at, pretty cool. But let me dive in further and show you the stats. As I mentioned before, the 2024 only earned $440.08, but within 5 days, I had to take off the car within January because it ended up expiring, unfortunately, but I was able to rent it for 5 days, earned $440.08. And remember, this is without adding any type of extras, any type of, in additions, no deliveries, just renting. Turo is very fruitful. You just have to know what you're doing. So $440.08 for the Kia Forte, the white Kia Forte 2024. I have a blue Kia Forte that did phenomenal, $1,015.56 within only 10 days. A Nissan Sentra 2021, which is $820.21. And a Nissan Kicks 2023 earned me $722.76. And as mentioned, the Kia Forte 2024 earned me $440.08. And the Volkswagen Jetta earned me $405.92. So I would have earned more with the Volkswagen Jetta. A wonderful gentleman that rented the car for a month, which is totally fine. He rented it when I had all the discounts on it, which is totally fine, and I didn't want to cancel the trip, but I still earned a pretty significant amount of income within the time frame. So now this amount shows only for like about 6 days, and the other amount is from a second rental that's not going to finish until February, and that won't be illustrated until February. So I can only take partial amounts, which is the $405.92, because he booked it towards the end of the month of January. But within the end of the month, I still got $405.92, which is great. So in total, as I mentioned before, I was able to earn $2,495, just under $2,500. And remember, I had to take the car off the 2024 off, and I lost $226. So that would have been easy over $2,700. So this is the stats. My utilization rate is only at 33%, which is 1/3 of the month. So typically out of 30 days or even 28 days, or if it's 29 days on a leap year in February, the point is that 33% is a big number for me because I have a bet with myself to show that I can earn significant income within only 10 days, and you can do the same as well. So for me personally, since I rented my cars for 1/3 of the month, which is 33% utilization, which means out of 10 days, I earned $2,495 in January 2026, as I mentioned and showed you earlier on my laptop, which means if I decide to rent cars for additional days, means I can increase the income per month. Also, I did not offer any Turo renters any extras, which allow you to earn extra income. And I did not offer any deliveries, which you can also offer for extra income. This is strictly bare bottom minimum of I only strictly give them the car and they rent it and that's it. Which means if I can and want to earn more income, I can always dive into extras or deliveries, which gives me a lot more range. I don't like having to rent my cars for 30 days to make ends meet. I want to have the ability to be able to only rent my cars for 10 days. And if I decide to rent them for 20 days, 25 days, or 30 days, I get a significant amount of more. But I don't like having to be forced to do anything. So this gives me a lot more freedom to be able to learn how to actually rent my cars and earn significant income within only 10 days. I'm going to share two realistic financial perspectives and intrinsic ways of evaluating your net income after your expenses are deducted from the gross income. Gross income is beautiful, but you must always include the end number, which are your expenses subtracted from your Turo gross income to get your Turo net income. Now, I will share two financial perspectives to evaluate your Turo net income. First off, my Turo True net income is $2,064.06 what I profited. Turo True Net Income simply means not including my monthly car loan payments of $1,455 because each car payment adds equity to my net worth since my cars are financed to own. And once car loans are paid off, I will receive $2,064.06 of Turo income for the month of January. Is what I would earn going forward after all expenses have been deducted, which is a profitable amount within only 10 days. So if I rented three more, I could probably times three, maybe 6 or 7,000. Turo True Net Income only can work if you own the car and cannot work with a leased vehicle. Unfortunately, due to that, leased vehicles are long-term rentals, essentially. So you don't reap the ownership benefits of net worth accruement, and you don't reap the tax benefits if you are not the owner. The leaseholder does. True Net Income also allows you to apply and use business vehicles as collateral for real estate deals, purchasing homes, and a lot of other financial benefits when you own the car. Not the lien holder, not the leaseholder, the lien holder. Lien holder gets all the benefits. The owner gets all the benefits. If you have a lease, you don't get those benefits. Finance to own grants you this privilege. If you lease your vehicles, no worries. I'm going to share a second perspective of Turo Net Income, which is different than Turo True Net Income. It sounds similar, but very different. Stay tuned and take notes. I'm going to share my perspective for the vehicle owners, and the Turo Net Income is for the leased vehicles and non-owners. The only expenses for Turo True Net Income would be for car insurance, car wash membership, parking lot, and a few other expenses that I will share with you shortly, which is why I typically pay more than the car loan amount to pay off the car faster and pay less interest over time of car loan. Most car loans are based off simple interest. And I try to pay off my cars as soon as possible. The Turo True Net Income is one way of understanding profitability, and the other way of understanding is Turo Net Income, which leaves me profit of $2,064.06. Second, my Turo Net Income, it's different than the one I mentioned earlier, is only $609.06, which still isn't bad. For only 10 days, I profited $609.06 after all my expenses, including my car loans of $1,455 and the following Turo Net Income of $609.06. That is profit, but does not correctly illustrate my net worth and distracts from the strategy being executed. Due to that, once car loan payments are completely paid off, the Turo Net Income will no longer exist. Due to that, Turo Net Income increases since car payments would be completed and no further car loan payments would be due with profit of $609.06. Simply put, if you have a true net income, means that you consider that the car loan payments are building your net worth because it gets built into the equity of the loan and of your value. A lot of people don't understand this. When you have a lease or you don't consider that, you just have simply just a Turo net income, which would be the $609.06, which I still profited, which is still a good number for only renting my car for 10 days. I profited $609.06 for only 10 days, which is a 33% utilization rate. But let's grow our minds and consider Turo True Net Income. That way you not only own the cars, you actually are paying them off, building up your net worth. Every payment you make that goes towards the principal builds up your net worth in equity that you utilize for real estate deals, finance deals, etc., or just to even have control of a vehicle that you could rent to other Turo hosts. You could offer lease. You could be the lien holder and offer leases to other people, other Turo hosts, etc., long-term rentals. You have a lot of power here. I will now share my 6 expenses. Dive right into it. Let's go through each one. Car loans. As I mentioned prior, I have car loans for all 5 vehicles. It's $1,455 per month. For 5 cars, it's the total finance to own car payment. I want to dive in deeper and share further transparency and a more specified and refined approach, which will be the following 3 exhibits that I will label Transparency A, Transparency B, and Transparency C, which will share more specifics of my expenses regarding car loans. First up is Transparency A. Transparency A, as I mentioned before, I like to pay off my cars early so I can own cars faster and pay less interest over time. But you don't have to pay off car early, but this is what I like to do essentially. I typically reinvest profits back into future car payments, which reduce interest over time and allow me to pay off car fast and for less amount, so I can get rid of the finance to own car payment. Also, once car is paid off, it automatically becomes equity. If car is financed to own, becomes part of Turo's net worth due to the fact that every car payment is actually added, that's towards the principal, it essentially becomes part of your net worth. And then also you can sell the car, it can be sold, you could trade it for another car, you could rent for a pure profit at that point. You could rent it to a Turo host, which I do. I rent to a few Turo hosts and supply them. Maybe maybe they have bad credit, maybe they are tapped out where they can't get any more financing because they already have too many car loans, and maybe they just need another car. You can help out Turo hosts. Is great. They're typically inclined to want to get good ratings, so they're typically the best renters in my personal opinion. But most importantly, once your payment no longer exists, car loans paid off, I can also provide long-term leases to other Turos, as I mentioned. There's so many other strategies that you can do that leasing cars just does not grant you. There's nothing wrong with leasing a car, but just understand you don't get the tax benefits of the owner. You're not the lien holder, you're the lease holder. You don't own the title of the vehicle. You're not the owner, so you don't get those ownership benefits. You can't typically control the car in the aspect of building your net worth. You can't use it for real estate deals as you don't own the car. But leasing car, there are great ways to get around that and get benefits. But it's usually more advantageous from my experience to own the car outright. But don't fret. By following my videos and following this advice and strategies, you can also benefit as a leaseholder, because you could also end up paying less for insurance. You can also follow all of my strategies I share on my channel. So don't fret. You can be profitable with the lease car business model, which you will learn as you watch this video and many other Turo videos on Conrad Layn Turo University channel. Up next is Transparency B. We just completed Transparency A. Transparency B goes over, I finance to own cars, and once car loan is paid off, I no longer have payments, which my monthly expenses significantly decreased to only $430.94. Dun dun dun, for my Turo fleet, because $430.94 is what my monthly expenses are, considering the fact of no car loan. So my car loans of $1,455 plus $430.94 in total is what my expenses are per month, which leaves that $609 figure of profit, which is pretty cool. So my cars are essentially being paid for by my renters. No different than what typically Airbnb hosts do, VRBO hosts do, or even anyone that has real estate. The goal is to have it paid off by your tenants, which is essentially being done here. Now, last but not least, Transparency C, which, as I mentioned, my expenses are $430.94, as I previously mentioned, is my total expected expenses and operational costs, which includes the annualized rates paid for my Best Buy membership, which I'll go in further detail later, which you'll want to take more notes. Parking lot, because I have to park my 5 Turo cars, and insurance, since I live in Los Angeles. Parking can be very costly, but part of my expense. Some people in some of Turos are blessed or live in an area where they don't have to pay any type of parking. Kudos to you. I do, though, since I live in Los Angeles. There are, of course, maintenance fees, oil change, tire rotation deductible if Turo claim is filed and damage occurred, which will be calculated at the time of damage. But essentially, my next expense right after car loans, as I mentioned, is parking. Since I live in Los Angeles, it's $50 per car for my 5 cars, which is $250 per car, essentially. And number 3 is my automated car wash membership, which costs $19.99 per month for 5 cars, which is $99.95 per month, just under $100 for 5 cars. I love paying for this automated car wash because it's a tax advantage. It allows me to offer tour renters an additional paid extra, which allows them to return car dirty for extra fee if I want to decide to charge an extra, or it allows a guest to take car to car wash themselves before return, which is pretty convenient, especially if they don't have to pay for it. They're usually more inclined to bring your car back clean. This gives Turo renters options to clean car for me so they don't have to pay for car wash, and I get a free employee essentially. And another way to earn more money with extras if I want to, or I can just offer this as a free service to motivate Turo renters to return car clean with a promise of free car wash option, which will help you earn 5 stars since this is a good experience and benefits the Turo guest or Turo renter who is renting your car. My fourth expense, you'll want to pay attention to this one, garage keepers insurance. I pay $800 annually, which is $66 per month. Again, $66 per month is what I pay for all 5 cars and covers up to 70 cars. I own 35 cars. 5 of them I rent on the Turo platform. The other 30 I rent independently. Most Turo hosts pay a lot more for car insurance than I do, and I have officially shared an insurance secret with you. This is the benefit of Conrad Layn University business strategy videos. Welcome to my channel. Garage keeper insurance coverage on average can cost anywhere between $800 to $1,500 annually. I'll repeat and make this super clear. That way you understand. I pay only $800 per year annually, not per month, but annually, and will insure up to 70 of my cars. I don't have 70 cars, I have 35 in total. I've listed garage keeper insurance information in the video description for your review if you are interested. My fifth expense, I mentioned a little earlier, is Best Buy annual membership, which this is amazing. This is the Christmas gift that keeps on giving. This allows you to receive free vehicle GPS tracker installation, saving me anywhere from $200 to $400 per GPS car tracker installation, which means I save $1,000 to $2,000 for my 5 Turo cars. I paid the annual Best Buy membership price of $179.99. But I have calculated and divided the annual cost by 12 to reflect monthly charge for Best Buy membership, which is $14.99 per month. In addition, the extra benefits is that once you have the Best Buy membership, you can use Geek Squad benefits for any other Best Buy store purchases and or matters regarding home installations, apartment installations, etc. This is the Best Buy membership that keeps on giving. Before you purchase Best Buy membership, make sure the Best Buy location offers GPS installation service for cars for no additional price in your area. Some Best Buy locations don't have the garage set up, and you may have to call around and find a Best Buy that has a garage set up where you can bring your car and they will install GPS tracker, but definitely call your local Best Buy. That way you will know if you must drive further to Best Buy garage or if it's in your local area. You simply drop your car off at Best Buy garage and they install the vehicle GPS tracker, and it's a very easy process and free, which I like the word free. I've listed Best Buy membership website in this video description for your review if you are interested. My last expense is Advantage GPS, which I always recommend Turo hosts to install. Hardwired GPS, that way GPS cannot be unplugged in the event a car is stolen. This gives you kill switch capabilities. Let me show you this. So you get kill switch capabilities. When you have an OBD2 tracker, as I'm going to mention further in this video, you actually plug it in, and someone that rents your car could be a Turo renter or a Turo guest. It could really be anyone. They can actually just pull it out. And unfortunately, when they pull it out, you lose essentially all tracking ability, and it doesn't allow you to kill switch or cut off the vehicle. This is hardwired into your car system. Best Buy can do it. A radio store can do it. A stereo system store can do it. You can find someone to do this for you. If you're handy yourself, you can do it yourself. But I allow Best Buy to do this for me, and I get it done for free, which saves me anywhere from $200 to, last I mentioned, $500 per car, which is pretty cool. But the point is, this gets plugged in, this gets hardwired into your car, so you can't just pull this out. And then so if someone steals your car, compromises your vehicle, you just simply cut them off and you can track the police to them. So it's a pretty cool feature. Advantage GPS, as I mentioned earlier, is the company I use. They've been phenomenal. But I really do believe in the company. And as I mentioned, I don't recommend the OBD2 trackers, but if that's what you do choose to use, then that's totally your choice. But again, it can easily be pulled out, which I don't really like, actually. But that's really kind of where we want to go with that, is that I do recommend that you get your all your vehicles tracked. And by doing that, it allows you additional protection and kill switch capabilities to cut off the car. Thank you for staying till the end and going through the whole Advantage GPS. Again, choose any GPS tracker that you feel comfortable with. I personally love the company, and let me give you a few hacks and tips why I love this company. First, you can kill switch the car to give you online access. You get live ability to track with the local police authority. They also have a tow truck that could come out and pick up the car on your behalf. Really cool. They assist with if your car gets impounded, assisting with getting the car paid for out of there as soon as possible in the most efficient manner. They work with local authorities. That will be there in a hop skip to a moment. But really a valuable service. But you can pick anyone you like. But most importantly, what I like about this company in comparison to other companies is that there's no more fee. You pay a one-time fee. As if you look at the screen right there, you'll see my receipt. I paid just over $900 for this. For 10 of them, I was rewarded the 11th one. Since I bought 10, they gave me a bonus one for free, which is pretty cool. And so essentially, I actually paid for this last year. And so that means going forward, I don't have to pay for any more renewal fees, no more service fee, no internet fees. Some tracking companies and GPS companies, you have to keep paying a monthly fee or a monthly internet fee or a monthly service fee or a renewal fee. There's no fees with Advanced GPS. You just set it and forget about it. So essentially, it's free. That's what I like. And I like the word free. So as I mentioned, thanks for staying for the end. I want to give you an extra Turo host tip to protect your car by adding Theft Patrol stickers. So they look like this. You purchase these on Amazon for anywhere from $5 to maybe as high as $20. You get maybe about 20 to 30 of these bad boys. Put them on your car and fix them. I put these on every single car. They're on all 5 of my Turo cars, and they're also on my other 30 cars that I rent independently. This just incentivizes people to not try to steal your car and to understand the car is being tracked. Kind of makes them think 1, 2, or 3 times more by adding stickers like this. Highly recommend it. So that's kind of the Theft Patrol stickers. You can buy stickers like that. As essentially, it really just allows you to further protect your car. I also recommend another extra tip is business cards. You can use Vistaprint, for example. Really up to you. You don't have to pick. So you can make your own business cards. I purchased these last year. So basically, those keep on allowing me to actually win. I give these to essentially Airbnb hosts, VRBO hosts to build my platform and connections outside of Turo platform. You can also give this to Turo renters. You can put a QR code if you like, put your phone number there, really whatever you want. If you scan it, it will bring you right to my YouTube page, etc. But you can put this for your Turo profile page or for you or your number. It could be a QR code, doesn't really matter. It just allows you to essentially be able to keep in contact with your renters. This sets you apart from other Turo renters. Highly recommend. That's an extra tip and extra master hack. And that's really about it for the most part. We really serve a similar demographic with VRBO hosts and also Airbnb hosts. Think about it. Airbnb hosts and VRBO hosts essentially cater to travelers and world travelers and just people that want to have a good time. Maybe they're in town for a wedding, maybe a funeral, unfortunately, maybe a game, some type of event, a birthday party, visiting family, and they might need a car. So if you give your business card to a VRBO host or Airbnb host that rent their property, they could give you a pretty hot lead for people that need cars in town, and vice versa. You can also give it back to them. It's a good business partnership because we serve the same demographic. They serve travelers, we serve travelers. Maybe someone rents your car and needs a place to stay, and maybe even if they get a place to stay this time around, maybe next time they're in town, they get rent from that other VRBO host and Airbnb host. They can pay you. They can just send you leads. You work out, but the point is, it gives you more networking ability with business cards, etc. Thank you for staying to the end. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share if you found value in this video. It'll share a lot of assistance and help for other Turo hosts that are just starting off their business, beginners or pro hosts. We're here to help. We want to help the world of Turo hosts. Doesn't matter if you're in America, if you're in Canada, if you're in any other continent or any other country, we're happy to help. Anyways, like, subscribe, share.